Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, what is adapter design pattern in Java? Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. So let me first explain what is an adapter design pattern in Java. Let me write down here, adapter design pattern. Okay, I'll make it as easy as possible for you guys to understand this adapter design pattern. Generally, what happens, guys? Everyone holds a mobile phone, right? Everyone nowadays have a mobile phone, and there will be some socket here. At your house, there will be a socket. Now, you will connect in order to charge your mobile phone, you will connect your mobile phone, okay, with a kind of charger by plugging in that charger. One side of the charger plug into the plug board and other side of the charger you plug into the mobile phone, so charging will generally happen. Then what happened here is, you have the mobile phone, you have this charger with you, this plug point. Okay, this plug point, let's say you are in India, the plug point will be something like this or something different. Okay, so now you went to other country, you went to a foreign country where the plug point is modified. Okay, this is no more the same plug point, it has a different structure here, like this, some some like this kind of stuff is there, where only two circles are there. This is not there, let's assume that. Okay, let's say you went to US, and in that the plug ports are completely different. Okay, so but your charger, the charger that came with your mobile phone, has is not fitting into this plug point. Okay, so you cannot charge your mobile. What do? You will go to the nearby store and purchase something known as an adapter. Here you will purchase an adapter, guys, which has these three kind of circles. Let's assume that this charger will now fit into this adapter. This adapter you can put into this adapter can fit into this plug point. Okay, so what is the role of this adapter here? By default, the charger that is coming with your mobile phone is not fitting into this plug point at a different location. Okay, you went to a different location where this charger of this mobile phone is not plugging in properly into this plug point. Okay, because your charger have three kind of items, which here only two holes are there. It has three kind of input kind of stuff. Okay, so that's the problem is happening. So instead of getting demotivated, you went to a nearby electronic store or something and you purchase an adapter here. Okay, this adapter, your charger will get connected to this adapter, and the adapter will get connected to this plug point. Okay, that's how the adapter is designed. So this is what is the adapter pattern, design pattern, guys. The same approach you do. If something doesn't fit into the plug point, you have to create an adapter. Okay, in Java, if a particular class doesn't fit into this plug point, you are going to create an adapter class. Okay, with practical demonstration, I'm going to create, guys, how to create an adapter class so that the things will run smoothly and all. Okay, for that to happen, hope you understood the adapter design pattern. Okay, if you go and Google and search for a lot of just search for adapter design pattern. Okay, adapter design pattern, and click on images, guys. You will get a lot of images, guys, explaining the same thing. You see the same thing. This is an adapter. Okay, this is a charger of your mobile phone. You are trying to plug in the charger of your mobile phone into the this plug point, but here only two two kind of nodes are there. The two nodes cannot enter into this plug point, so we took an adapter which has three nodes here. You see, you can plug in here and it has three nodes and it will got converted. So a lot of people will give the example like this, guys. Okay, this kind of thing is there. It will be adapter will convert this one to this one, and you can put into the plug points. Okay, so that is what is a adapter, guys. Okay, they generally take, that's why the name is coming as adapter. Here also you can see that. Okay, here you have three things. So here we have two holes only. If you want to, can you plug this kind of charger into this plug point? It's not possible. You need to take an adapter where this charger can be plugged into this adapter, and this adapter can now be plugged into this plug point. Okay, so we need an adapter class to make this conversion possible. Okay, hope you got some idea in a diagrammatical format, and at the same time the images that are there on the Google. Fine. Now, if you want to implement that adapter design pattern here, so let me create a new class, guys. Okay, new package adapter. I'll just create something like adapter package. Adapter package, I'll say. Click on finish. Adapter package will be created. Here, adapter package got created. Under the adapter package, you create one interface, guys. Okay, you first create an interface. Let's say, coming to the adapter design pattern. Adapter design pattern is all about making the uncompatible, okay, uncompatible interfaces to work together. Okay, there may be multiple interfaces. Let's say, I'll tell you guys. Okay, adapter design pattern will make the old or what you can say, there are different type of interfaces are there which cannot work together with a single Java program. This interface has a different kind of thing. This interface has a different type of implementation. And if you want these two interfaces to work in a single program, to combine them and work as part of a single program, okay, they will not work together because their way of developing is different. But using the adapter design pattern, you can make that possible. And I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, I'll say old student. Old student interface I'm going to create. Assume that this, why I'm giving the name old is, assume that initially when you started the project, right, this particular interface was there for students, old student. And old student, in this old student, guys, in this old student interface, you created some methods, public void get first name, public void get last name, then public void get email address. These were the, initially when you started the project, this interface used to be there, guys. Okay, and the classes used to implement this particular interfaces. Okay, the classes used to implement this interface. For example, there is a class known as school students class. There is a school student class which will implement this interface. Click on this finish, and this school student, assume that this is an old program. When you started your project, right, you created an interface with old student. Assume that this is old student. Okay, student, old student or student 1.0, whatever you can call. Okay, student, old student interface. This used to be the olden days where this interface was there, and there were classes implementing this interface. Implements, you write down implements old student, implements old student. And here, since this particular class is implementing this old student interface, all the unimplemented methods of the old student should be implemented by this class. Over the mouse on this, and implements. Okay, simply write down implements. Since the school student class implements this old student interface, all the abstract methods of this old student interface need to be overridden by this add and implemented. You see, they should be overridden. The error will be gone here. Now here I'll write the code. So what I will do here is I'll create some variables, private first name variable, private string. So here also, guys, I have to make this return type as string, guys. Okay, when get first name is return type should be string. I have to mention that in the declaration. I forgot. Here also I have to make it string, guys. String. Overriding also string. Return type is string. There's an interface like this, public interface old student, which is having this three methods, abstract methods, which whose return type is string, but they are just declared but not implemented. And you created a class which is implementing this old student and school student class, which is actually implementing the old student interface. Here, private string first name, private string last name, private string last name and then simply write down private string email address. Okay. Now I'm going to create a constructor, guys. Public school student, public school student, and here write down string first name, comma, string last name, comma, string email address. String first name, comma, this dot first name is equal to first name. This dot first name is equal to first name. This dot last name is equal to last name. This dot email address is equal to email address. Okay, like this I created a constructor and assigned the when you create an object for the school student, right, whatever the values you pass, they will be initialized to this particular school student private variables. Now whatever the initialized variables are there, they will be returned here. Return what? First name. Okay, what is the problem here? Get first name, return type is what? String, right? Correct only. Yeah, let's see what will happen. Save all. Yeah, that's a, I didn't save it. Return last name, then return email address. Okay, like this I am returning whenever someone calls this particular methods, right, it will return the first name, last name, email address. Like this, there is a old student interface and there is a class which is actually implementing the old student interface, and as per the implementation it has initialized the variables and it has implemented this particular methods to return the values of this, return the values assigned to these variables when an object is created for the school student class. This was the old scenario altogether. Old stuff. This is all old stuff, guys. Okay. School student is implementing the old student interface. Now I'm going to create one more class. I'm going to create one more interface. I'll just name this interface as new student interface. New student interface. Click on finish. And here in the new student interface, I'm going to create methods like this. Private new methods. Some new methods are there in the new student interface. Public string get f name. Okay, get f name. Instead of first name, we have get f name. Private public string name of the method. Public interface. 1 minute, let me write it here. Public, I have to write public string get, otherwise get name. Okay, get name is there. Public string get surname is there. Get surname, instead of last name, it's the surname is there. And public string get email is there. Okay, get email is there. These are the three methods in the new interface. In place of the get first name, we have get name. In place of the get last name, we have the get surname. In the new interface, in place of the get email address, we have the get email. Okay, get email is there. Like that, some changes happened in the new interface, and now there's a class which is created to implement this particular interface, that is college student interface. Click on finish and make this college student interface a child class, college student class, a child class of this interface, so that all these methods need to be implemented by the college student. Okay, implements new student. Okay, now hold the mouse on this and say add unimplemented methods. All these abstract methods of the parent interface will be overridden here. And here what I will do here is I'll just create some private variables. Private string name, private string surname, private string email. Like this, I'll create some variables. I'll create a constructor also. Public. There will not be any return type for the constructor, and the name of the constructor will be same as the name of the class. And this constructor will receive string name, comma, string surname, comma, string email. String email. Now I'll write down this dot name is equal to name. This dot surname is equal to surname. Then this dot email is equal to email. Okay. Now here write down, whenever you call this get name method, it will return name. Here it will return surname. When you call get surname, it will return surname. The value that is initialized to surname will be written. Get email will be written here. Okay. Like this, the implementation is completely different from the previous interface was different. It has get first name, get last name, get email address. Now this interface has get name, get surname, get email. Now what if all these two interface related classes have to work with a single program? All this, these two classes, college student and school student. I created a college student, which is actually implementing the new interface, whereas school student class is implementing the old student interface. Okay, now these two classes have to work together. The students added to this, the students, okay, created using the college student class, or students created using the this particular school student class. Students can be added, created using the college student and school student, but I want to add the college students and school students to a single list. If that is a requirement for me, what is the problem? Just see here, I'll save it all and just create something like, I'll just close this and here create. Now we have new old student interface, where the old student interface is implemented by the school student class, where we have the college, this new student interface, which is implemented the college student. Now I want to write a program which have to add the students created using the school student class and college student class. Okay. So for that, I'll create a demo class, guys. I'll just create a demo class. I'll just create a demo class here with the main method. Now in this demo class, what I want to do here is I want to get the list of students. To get the list of students, I'll create another class, guys. Okay, I'll just name this as students. Okay, some students I'll name this class as students. And what I will do here in the students is I'll create a method, guys, public void in this student class, public void students class, public void get students method I'll create. So here, when I create the return, when I create this particular method, what I want to do here is the students that are created using the old interface implemented class, that is school student, or the new implemented new interface implemented class college. First, let's try with the college students. Okay, I'll simply write college student. I'll just for now do one thing, guys. That is I'll just do one thing here, and I have to get the list of students here. To get the list of students, here, I'll create an array list. List is equal to new array list. I'll create. Okay, I'll create a array list here. Okay, Control Shift O. But this particular array list is accepting the latest interface objects. That is, latest interface is what? New student is the latest interface. I'll give here new student. New student is the latest interface, is accepting. Now in this case, if I want to add the elements to this particular array list, the elements should be the objects of the classes which are implementing this new student interface. But for, what about the old student? It will not be accepted. It should be the new student only. So here to add the students using the class which is implementing the new student interface, I'll just create an object for the college student. CS is equal to new college student. You already know that this college student class, college student class, this particular college student class is implementing the new student interface. I'll just pass the values here. For example, the first name is Arun. Okay. The last name is Motori. Here name is Arun. Surname is Motori. And here Arun Motori @gmail.com is there. That's fine. Now, once I create an object for the college student, these values will be initialized, and one student will be created in the using the one college student will be created, guys, here by creating object. Now, what I want to do is I would like to add this particular student. I would like to add the object of this particular student to the array list. For that, I'll say this dot add of CS. There will not be any problem because this college student is implementing the new student interface, so there is no problem. But what if I try to add the student using the school student class, which is implementing the old student interface? Here, new student interface, old student interface are completely different. School student is implementing the old student, which is the old interface. Okay, legacy applications may have this kind of interfaces and classes. So if I try to create an object for the school student here, new school student. Okay, here Varun. Then here write down Dawat. Then here write down Varun Dawat @gmail.com. Varun Dawat @gmail.com. You write down here. Okay. Then write down ss dot list dot. If I try to add list dot add of ss, it will not work. It will give you an error, guys. Okay. This particular thing will give you an error. Why it is giving you an error, guys? Why this particular thing is giving you an error here? Because this particular school student class is not implementing the new student interface. School student class is implementing the old student interface. Hence, that kind of objects cannot be added to this array list, which is having the new student interface. But what we can do to make this particular thing possible here is, this is not possible. I'll comment it for a while. I'll make it possible. So here, this is your okay, this is your phone, this is your mobile phone. In the example I gave you, right? This is a mobile phone. Here, school student SS here is your old mobile phone. Let's assume that this is an old mobile phone having a different port type. Okay, now we need an adapter to plug into this array list to add the elements to this particular students to this particular array list. It's not compatible. School student is not implementing the new student. School student is implementing the old student interface, whereas this array list is having the new student interface. So compatibility problem is there. You cannot plug the school student with a charger of its own to the array list of new student. That is not possible. So we need an adapter. So for that, I'll create an adapter class, guys. I'll just create an adapter class. You'll understand how the adapter class. You can give any name. Let's say student. I'll simply say adapter school student. Okay, instead of school student, I'm creating a class like adapter school student. Okay, because the original school student is implementing the old interface, that is old student interface, but I'm creating a new adapter. Okay, new adapter class, adapter to school student. Instead of school student, in place of the in addition to the school student, I'm creating an adapter for this school student, which is a mobile phone. Okay, for this mobile phone charger, I'm creating an adapter. Click on finish. I'll make this adapter school student. Implements the new interface, new student interface. Instead of old student, it is implementing the new student interface. And here implements. Okay, And after that, I'll override the methods of the new interface. Okay, this particular interface, guys, that is new student interface. Here, new student interface will be there. New student interface. Okay, so these methods are getting implemented. So here, I'll do one thing. Just before doing anything, I'll just do one thing. I'll in this adapter school student, in order to make the school student class compatible with the plugin point, that is array list and all, which is having which is actually using the new student interface. What I will do is I'll create an object for the school student here. School student ss is equal to school student, otherwise school student ss, and here I'll write down public the name of the constructor. I'll create a constructor is the name of the class, and here I'll say, here I'll pass school student as object. Okay, while creating object for this adapter school student, I have to pass the object of the school student, and here I'll simply make this dot ss is equal to ess, and here what I'll do here is I'll return ss dot, instead of name I'll call the first name. You see, the first name will be called, and the first name will pass the name only. If you call get name, it is returning the first name from the school student class. Okay, we are creating this adapter class like an adapter, okay, which can plug into that plug point. The mobile phone, the school student class is a mobile phone which is not getting plugged into the plug point. To make that plug into the plug point, we are creating a adapter here which will take the object of the school student class and which will return, okay, which can call the methods, and these methods, since this particular class is implementing the new student interface, it will have the return type method names as get name instead of get first name, but inside the get name here we'll call return ss dot get first name. Here also same thing, guys, return ss dot get last name. I'll call here, I'll call ss dot get email address. Okay, the old interface, old wine is being poured into new bottle. That's it. Okay, what we are doing is simply what we are doing here, the old wine is getting poured into a new bottle kind of stuff here. That's what is happening, guys. What is that? The method must return a result of return statement is missing here. That's it. Okay, that's it. You see, old one is put into a new bottle in the form of an adapter here, guys. Okay, the old class is not supporting our process. Okay, there was two old interfaces. These old classes are one new class was implementing new interface, old class was implementing old interface. Now there came a situation where these classes which were implementing the old and new interfaces have to work together. In such kind of situations, we have to create an adapter class which will convert the old interface, old kind of thing into the old wine. It can pour into the new bottle kind of stuff like this. Okay, old wine, it can pour into the new bottle kind of stuff, where internally when you call this particular methods of the new interface, internally the object of the old class dot get first name, get last name you are calling, so that the issue will be resolved, right? So this is an adapter class, guys. This is what is an adapter class. Once you get the adapter class, what is the advantage here? Just see here what is advantage. Here, once you create an object for the school student, you cannot add this one, right? List dot add of school student you cannot add. But what you can do here is, now you can create an object for the adapter school student. You can create an object for the adapter school student. ASS is equal to new adapter school student. Here you need to pass the object of what? School student. So I'll pass the object of the school student here. I'll pass the object of the school student here, and this one I'll add it here, because now this particular object is implementing the new student interface, but school student was implementing the old student interface. School student class was implementing the old student interface, but adapter school student is implementing the new student interface, and here methods are properly calling the old class methods. Okay, so things are convertible. Okay, intermediate thing we created properly, and we pass the object of the school student into the adapter school student, and we got the adapter school student object reference, and we are passing on to the, okay, so this part we can store that into the array list. Now this college student and school student which are implementing the old interface and new interface can work together with the help of this adapter. The old classes which are implementing the old interfaces can be converted according to the needs of the new student, new classes or new interfaces. Okay, so once this is done, I would like to return, okay, I create an object for the college student and school student, and then now I'm returning this list, which is students list. This array list is nothing but the student list, guys. I'm returning student list. The return type will be array list of new student only. Now, once this is done, who is calling this particular method, get student method, main method? Okay, from the main method, I'll write the program. I'll write the program like this. So I just create an object for the students class. Students is equal to new students. Okay, I'll create an object for students class, and using the object reference of the students class, students dot get students dot get students, and hover the mouse on this get students, and return type is array list. Okay, students list is equal to over the mouse create local variable. Now come back here, and here write down the for loop for each and every new student. For each and every new student, ns colon the students list. Simply do one thing, system.out.println, simply print out ns dot get name plus hyphen, just for separation and hyphen, plus sorry, ns dot get name, get surname, plus hyphen. Why to give the space also? Just you can give like this also. Plus ns dot get email. Like this. I've added. Okay. So that's it, guys. Now run the code and observe that the students added using the college student class, the students added using the school student class. Okay, with the help of adapter, we have added them to the array list of the new student interface type. Okay, so right click run as Java application, you will see the output properly. That is Arun Motori, email address Varun Dawat. This is a school, this is a college student, this is a school student, both got added here in a single program. If you want to make the multiple interfaces, to work together, okay, an old interface and new interface to work together, okay, this kind of programs, we have to create this kind of adapter classes. We have to create this kind of adapter classes, guys. Okay, we have to create this kind of adapter classes which can convert the old classes implementing the old interface into the latest type. Okay, latest type, and can work with the latest interfaces. Okay, can work with the classes implementing the latest interfaces. Fine. So adapter related stuff this is. So what I can do now here is a lot of files I have to create, guys, to explain the adapter package and all the interfaces. I have to create multiple files here. Okay, so what I will do here is yeah, I'll do one thing. I'll just go to this and add the step-by-step things. First, an interface was there known as old student interface, guys. This is old student interface. This is old student interface. Old student interface. Student interface was there. What is the code of the old student interface? This is the code of the old student interface. Once the old student interface is there, there was a class which was implementing the old student interface known as school student interface. School student class was there, which is implementing the old student interface according to the methods and all. I'll copy this. Here I'll write down school student class implementing old student interface. Then after that, I'll just go with the new student interface. Now later came new student interface, guys. Okay, later came new student interface according to the changes happened in the projects and all. Okay, we have created new student interface. Sorry, new student interface I created. New student interface I created. In the new student interface, I have written this logic, which is different from the old student interface. Now there came new classes which are implementing the new student interface. There came the new classes which are implementing the, that is college student is the new class which is implementing the new student interface according to the latest stuff. Okay, new student class implementing implementing new student interface. Okay. Now I need to write a program. Okay. Program which works with classes which are implementing. I need to write a single program which works with classes which are implementing old and new, old and new interfaces. Old student interface and old student, old student interface and new student interface. How to do that? For that, okay, to make that happen, we created the demo class. Okay, this is part one of the code, and we created an adapter interface. Okay, we have to create an adapter class, adapter class for the above to be happen, for the above thing to happen. Adapter class for school student class needs to be implemented. Needs to be implemented. Okay, I'm just trying my level best in explaining here, but already explained as part of the video. This notes is just for reference purpose to get the code. Okay, so if you want to get the code, you can you can check the notes of this video, guys. Okay, you can check the notes of the video. Once you get the notes of the video, you have all the code related to all the class I have written here, and try to go through the recording. This adapter design pattern may not be clear for you in the first try. You may have to watch this video 1 or 2 or 3 times so that you will get the understanding, okay, why we need that. If you want multiple classes which are implementing the different interfaces, okay, which are not compatible at all, then for the uh, for one of the class, you have to create an adapter class so that adapter class will implement the compatible interface, okay, the other interface, and make the things work with a single program. Okay, by making the adapter class implementing the latest interface or whatever it is, we can make this new class and old class work together as a single program. Okay, so I cannot explain more than this, guys. Okay, so this is a very depth concept. So if you want to understand the adapter design pattern in a depth manner, watch this video 1 or 2 or 3 or more times, so that you'll get the understanding and practice, guys. Okay, until you write the code. Okay, even I to understand myself, to understand this adapter design pattern, I have to go through a lot of examples, and I have to do a lot of R&D, and I got this final example for you, which is kind of easy. Okay, but until I write this particular program, I was still confused, guys. Okay, until I practice and write this program by myself, I'm still confused about the adapter design pattern. So my suggestion for you guys is that if you want to get a understanding of the adapter design pattern in Java, you need to write the program by yourself. All this code that I have implemented, all the concepts I explained, right? Make it practical, right? Practice it so that you will get the answer for this particular question in a detailed manner. Okay. So with practical demonstration, I have answered this particular question for you. Okay. That is the simple. What is adapter design pattern? When there are multiple interfaces, okay, which are incompatible, and if you want to use the classes implementing these multiple interfaces which are incompatible to work in a single program, then for one of the classes implementing an interface, we have to create an adapter class implementing the other interface, okay, and make that compatible, and then the latest adapter class and the other class will club together and create a program, okay, and you'll use in a program. Okay, this is how we have to do, guys. So adapter class will take the object of the class which is not compatible, and then convert that according to the latest interface type. Okay, so this is what, guys, if you understand this program only, you'll be able to explain the answer for this question in a better way. Okay, if you don't know how to write the program theoretically, if you explain, definitely the interviewer will ask you to write this code for adapter design pattern if you try to confuse him or her. So it's better that just apart from knowing the knowledge of what is adapter design pattern, also know how to write the code by yourself for implementing the adapter design pattern. So with this note, guys, I'm just done with this session. I'm done answering this question for you. So that's all for this. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.